Hi folks, back in the garage again today, and in honesty, I'm feeling pretty terrible. Full of cold, had only a couple of hours sleep, so my head and heart aren't really in it today. But I need to make progress, ultimately. This is the glamorous side of racing. For every big race team and their glossy motorhomes, there's a privateer like me, stuck in the garage doing, odd hours as and when they can. But ultimately, it's not a pity party. It's my choice to be here, and I'm very lucky and privileged to be able to be involved in motorsport. It's a lot of hard work, but that's what needs to be done. So, yeah, I wanted to put this video out there as a bit of a follow-up from the initial video. I understand, I put that out and there's been no further content. I wanted to let you know that there is stuff in the making. I don't want to kind of lose traction with it. But obviously at the moment, getting the car prepped for the race season ahead is kind of my key priority. Having said that, in my first video, I spoke about supercarts and legend cars, and I appreciate for a lot of you, you might not have ever heard of those race series or understand what those vehicles are. So a video I have, which will be released hopefully this weekend, is to give an overview of legend cars, what they are, where they're raced, and a few of the vehicle stats, so that you get a bit of a better understanding of what it is that I'm currently involved with. Hopefully you all find that interesting. In the coming weeks beyond that, I'd love to do a similar video for the supercarts to give you an understanding of where I came from. I've got quite an interesting history in that, competing against, some of the bigger teams, and some pretty fun and kind of out there stories about driving one-handed when I had a fuel leak, cutting up wheelie bins to try and make bodywork, to kind of, fashion my own stuff to keep up with people buying carbon fibre bodywork and all kinds of like random stuff. But anyway, that'll come in the future if people have an interest. Or ultimately, I might just put it out there anyway because it's something I want to make a video on. Today, back in the garage. Excuse the mess. The people at McLaren would be absolutely hating the state of my garage and no doubt the car at the moment. But yeah, this is the car as it stands. Obviously got a few weeks to get things back together. Chassis looking relatively good. It's back after a bit of repair work. It's been the paintwork has been touched up, and I'm just piecing bits back together ultimately. So I've got some of the steering mechanism is back in, some of the front wishbone on the right hand side and the brake disc you can see there. There's a little bit of the drive shaft kind of hanging out through the front bulkhead, and the rest of it's all coming together. Got the seat in, I need to fit the harnesses. I've got my fire extinguisher which sits inside the cab, which I need to plumb back in. Back end is kind of stripped down. I've got the rear axle in. Obviously the fuel tank you can probably see there in the safety cell. And that's kind of it. Got most of the wiring loom back in, and yeah, going to be cracking on with that today. As I go forwards with this channel, a lot of the videos will be talking about more of the features of the car as well. The first video that I was talking about releasing following this is just giving a bit of a general overview of the car, but as it's back in one piece, I'll be able to kind of take you inside the cockpit, talk you around things, have a bit of a deeper dive into certain aspects of the car and certain features. Again, if there's excuse me, anything that anyone wants to know, more information about, please post in the comments and I'll be able to do kind of, focus looks on certain elements of the car. And yeah, generally really looking forward to kind of sharing this with you. There'll be a lot of hopefully interesting and exciting content, particularly when we start the season and get in the paddock. I can take you around the place, look at some of the pits and some of the different circuits. And I think ultimately when we're doing the rounds supporting the British Touring Car Championship, the paddock walk-arounds and stuff are going to be pretty epic, to be honest. There'll be some really cool stuff I can share with you then. Anyway, don't want to keep rabbiting. Hope you're all having a good weekend. And yeah, watch this space. There'll be more coming soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.